is to engage in mass murder. I take this personally because I have lived through an experience of mass slaughter, as has the presiding officer. I did not lose a loved one, but I've come to know those families from Sandy Hook like they are family. And I know there is never, ever getting over losing a loved one. Frankly, whether it be to a gun death by suicide or by mass slaughter. But it makes it harder to deal with the loss of a loved one in a mass killing when you know the people that you elect to positions of high office had the power.
He's harping on it again and trying again
to prevent the slaughter, or at least prevent it from being as bad as it was, and they chose to do nothing. Now, Republicans complain that this was a political stunt. What about everything that Joe Biden has said and done? What about the efforts that Senate Democrats have undertaken would suggest that we aren't sincere in our desire to prevent unnecessary gun deaths? We have over and over again acted in good faith to try to find bipartisan compromise around changing the gun laws of this nation. Joe Biden has shown absolute sincerity in his desire to try to keep more people alive. This is not a gotcha unanimous consent request. This is a real attempt to effectuate what we thought was a consensus, that people shouldn't have access to machine gun technology in this country. Senate Republicans could have agreed to work with us. They could make an offer today to expedite consideration of this bill
Sit down and shut up.
And so the only political decision that is being made here is by Republicans who are opposing a bill that is undoubtedly. So if this wasn't the way that Republicans wanted to do this, then I'm open to other offers. Because we have passed bipartisan legislation to save lives. There are Republicans who have joined us, most recently on the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. And what we know is that when we do come together and pass laws that make it harder for dangerous people to get their hands on dangerous weapons, we save lives. Urban gun deaths are down by 20% in this country. From 2022 to 2023, we saw the sharpest decline in gun murders in the history of this country. In 2024, mass shootings are down around 30% compared to the same time period in 2023. We are seeing a precipitous decline in gun violence in this country, whether it be urban homicides or mass shootings. And I'm not suggesting that the entire reason for that is the 2022 Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, but you better believe that's a big part of the reason. You better believe that when we pass laws that make it harder for dangerous people to get their hands on dangerous weapons, that we save lives. And what matters in this
Trying to
country
ban bump stocks again.
more
I was live earlier.
than protecting
You
the
missed it.
physical safety of your loved ones?
They're trying to.
What matters more? Nothing. Think about it. You would give anything to protect your son or daughter from physical harm. You would trade away your career, your savings. You might even give up your own life.
I didn't get all of it, Coop.
And we haven't easy opportunity. We had an easy
He's
opportunity.
crying,
Republicans had an
crying and
easy
begging
opportunity
for
earlier today
the Republicans
to just make
meet
it a
him
little bit
halfway.
harder for the small subset of individuals in this country whose brains have collapsed and believe that the only way to deal with their demons is to turn a gun on others. We had a chance to make it less likely that that subset of individuals would be able to kill 58 people, like what happened in Las Vegas. And we couldn't even come
Hey, Ron,
to that
this is part 2.
consensus.
They went back to this again. I kept watching
We're
the
open
stream
for
to see what
business.
happens. And they
If
brought
this wasn't
back
the way
again.
today, show us the way.
So I had to go live again.
Tell us how we can answer Republican concerns so that we can get these weapons of war, these facilitators of mass murder, these bump stocks off the streets.
All right, repeal the
I
NFA.
get the floor.
You want bump stocks banned? I'll let you ban bump stocks. Repeal the NFA so that I can buy a normal machine gun. But they won't do that because they don't want you to have it at all. They want it to be the privilege of the rich and the powerful to have that kind of technology. And that is against the Second Amendment because it said the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. And he wants to infringe hard. I know, Gary. Evil bump stocks. Oh, no. Whatever shall we do? I think that might be it. Weapons of war. Coop, you still there?
Okay, well, let me unmute myself, and then everybody can hear me bitching. But yeah, this entire thing, and I haven't seen this before, where they go through a unanimous consent request and get shot down, and they bring it right back up. I was just getting dressed, just getting out of the shower when you messaged me, and then I brought it up real fast. And sure enough, Chris Murphy's running his dick smoker because he's his 5 minutes of fame.
But well, he can't ask them for a unanimous consent to try and bring it back. He's trying to beg the other side to meet him halfway and offer a deal instead or something.
Well, the only reason we should meet Democrats halfway at this point is if we have tar and feathers and we just don't want to walk that far. That's the only reason.
Right.
Yeah, come over here. Yeah, cross about half. We'll meet you halfway.
We'll meet you halfway through the aisle if you come over to our side.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Gizzard, what's up, my brother? How you doing tonight?
Gizzard Gary says, yeah, I could just see a soldier with a bump stock. Yeah, a soldier would be laughed off the battlefield with a bump stock.
I mean, out of hundreds of thousands of bump stocks, one allegedly was used in a mass shooting.
Allegedly, and we saw the video earlier today. It couldn't have been.
And it's like I told you earlier today. There were the stories then coming out at the time that I believe more than anything is there was an arms deal going on. Some stuff went down, and someone put a belt fed out of that window and started whacking people. Because, in all honesty, if you wanted to set up a shooting scenario like that, you would have been better off with a .308 semi-automatic and aimed fire versus
Allegedly.
area fire. Area fire is just dumping enough shit against the wall and seeing what sticks. Aim fire at that range, which is completely doable, especially with a .308, something along those lines, pinpoint targets would have killed way more people.
Right.
That's just a fucking fact.
I don't know if they're going to go back into it again or if that's the last thing, or if they're going to bring some of the they're going to bring up some of the other stuff just to counter them. Like the Republicans should double down on the Born Safer Act or one of the other acts that they, for children, against the Democrats. I mean, it seems like a good tactic. Just use the same tactics against them. It's like, why won't you meet us across the aisle for this? You're so concerned about people getting hurt and killed, but when it comes to an unborn infant, you don't fucking care.
To be honest with you, the Republicans and all of them need to be there right now, and all of them need to have a speech in their hand, and all of those speeches need to say the same thing: bump stocks aren't machine guns. Machine guns aren't evil in the first place. And hey, Democrats, go eat a dick.
Yeah.
I mean, that needs to be speech after speech after speech.
One car fast said even the military court said bump stock is not a machine gun.
No,
He also says allegedly dude in Las Vegas had a 249 or a 240 belt fed machine gun. And if you watch the video from earlier that I posted from IV 8888 and Military Arms channel, they both say that from the recording and the audio and the recording of him firing at those people, you can clearly hear that it's not a bump stock. It's a machine gun because you have some hiccup with the bump stock.
It is too smooth, it is too fluid, and too consistent.
The cyclic rate is too consistent.
Yes.
And why I say, hiccups. With a bump stock, it's hard to have a continuous cyclic rate with the bump stock because you're hoping you're pulling forward at the right time. It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes you get a couple hiccups until you get the whole full stream.
My wife's calling you.
Tell her I said hi.
Will do.
So yeah, I'll turn my camera back on in a minute. There we go. Maybe Schumer had to take a break and check out his cheeseburgers. I'm pinning that one for a minute. There we go. That one was good. That's good. Yeah, how about them cheeseburgers? No, I don't. George Grayson can't. I don't want his cheeseburger. Oh boy, Gary, you're bringing out the George Grayson cat, huh? Oh boy, I didn't know George has his own cell phone. All right. Hey, it worked. Hi. Coop, you're muted, by the way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. I don't know if they're going to continue on with it or not. I was just about to go get dinner, and then this started back up. All right, let's see here. Gizzard Gary says he's in the other room. Probably got my iPad out of the backpack. Yeah, probably. One Car Fast says, "Don't forget to grill the meat with cheese." Yeah, yeah. I don't want that meat with cheese. Gizzard Gary says, "Helps to light the grill first." It does, doesn't it? It does. I don't know if they're gonna go any, or if they're gonna whine or complain about this again. We'll see. I'll give it another few minutes. Grilled chicken breast with green beans here. I got fried chicken downstairs. I'm gonna have to leave in a minute. So. I think that was it. I don't think they're gonna bring it back again. What do you guys think? His anti-misfit says, "Hey, just toast the bun. It'll be all right." But provided you got flame. Provided you got flame. So. I think they're done. I just wanted to get that part in because they were going off on it again. They should all we see is light, Coop. We can't see what's on the phone. So I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, we got Coop doing mime shit over here. Yeah. I don't know if they're gonna try it again. I'm pinning that one too. Gizzard Gary says that they're waiting on Chucky's cheeseburgers. They'll be waiting a while longer. Wow. Ouch. Just call for a motion to convene. Because no one wants to hear this shit all day.
Okay. Had to talk to the wifeys. She's on her way to the house.
That is spicy, One Car Fast. So I know where the AFT hires their candidates. Grinder.
You ain't wrong.
Whew. Spicy.
I'm pretty sure they probably have a list of everybody who's mistreated a dog in their life, and they just look through them.
Yeah. But you know what? I don't have a dog, so they can't shoot what you don't have.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the reason my wife's dog decided to go live with my mother-in-law, because I talked so much shit about the ATF. That dog was like, "Fucking, I ain't dying for the calls, homeboy." And she pretty much moved out.
Is that the German Shepherd?
No, she's a husky. She moved in with the German Shepherd.
Mm.
So, yeah, the German Shepherd you see in like a couple of shorts, me messing around with. That's Gunny. That's my mother-in-law's dog. That dog has grown up with my son. And when we got Mia, the husky, Mia loves Gunny. And, well, apparently I talked way too much shit about the feds, and Mia was like, fuck it, I can go live with him, and then I don't have to worry about getting shot in the face. So, yeah.
But one of the guys said, I should get a stuffed dog and fill it with tannerite just in case they want to try and shoot it.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the guys suggested that, and I'm like, ooh, that's a good call.
You seen the memes of Ivan the mannequin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need one of those. Just the mannequin loaded with tannerite right in the foyer, holding an AK, nails, all that other shit that goes with it. That way, if they kick in my door, they shoot Ivan, and my porch will no longer exist.
We got Tech Money out there. We got DJ Plain Eyes out there.
Yeah.
We're seeing what they're doing again. See if they're going to try and ban bump stocks again, or if they're going to try and give them a deal.
Since I've been on the phone, Gizzard Gary, my brother, one car fast. What is happening, my brother? We back again.
They're still trying to push it. They're begging at this point.
Yes, they are.
They're begging at this point because the Republicans are like, well, we don't care. You don't care. And they went over the abortion stuff, and the Democrats didn't care for it, and they like, well, we're gonna ignore it. So they're ignoring his last plea. So,
brother DJ Rock, as always. Tech Money, salute my brother.
But I caught it late, so he was like halfway through his speech when I started.
Oh, dude, I just got out of the freaking shower and just thrown a little clothes on, and you messaged me. It was like, dude, they're at it again. I was like, what the fuck?
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Hey, dude. You had started up that stream about 5 minutes earlier, I'd have been here butthole naked. Everybody got to see the chest tattoo and the titties. That's all.
M. Gabriel says we got to keep someone in there to stop that clap. Yes, we do. Yes,
we do, man.
Yeah,
and there should be, like I said,
and you're not the only one with the tattoo.
The Republicans should have tied this up all night long with speeches on how this is ridiculous, that bump stocks aren't machine guns, they don't fit the textual definition. That's what this case was all about. There should have been speaker after speaker after speaker on that point.
I would do the Democrats this. Okay, you want bump stocks gone. Okay, get rid of the Hughes Amendment.
Absolutely. And Four Boxes Diner did come up with a good point the other day, that he thinks that it's about time for the Hughes Amendment to get challenged. And I think it is. I think it's past time for the Hughes Amendment to get challenged.
I hate to say this. I know people are going to get angry at me for trying to take, the path of least resistance. But I see the Democrats on this. You get rid of the Hughes Amendment, allow us to have new machine guns on the roster, and I'd be fine with that. I don't like it. It's still an infringement,
Mr. President,
but
Majority
I would
Leader.
be able to
I
get
ask
something
unanimous
new.
consent
But
that
yeah, any
the
win.
Senate consider the
Any
following
win.
nominations en bloc. Calendars numbers 671 through 699.
Would I
and
like
all
the
nominations on
all
the
of it to go
Secretary's
away?
desk in the Air
Yes,
Force,
I'd like
Army,
all of it
Marine
to go
Corps,
away.
and Navy.
But,
That the nominations be confirmed
you know what?
on
They
bloc.
whittled us down.
Motions to reconsider be
time
considered
after
made
time
laid
after
upon the
time.
table with no intervening
And
action or debate.
we've
That
whittled
no
our way
further motions
back up.
be in order to any of the nominations, and that the President be immediately notified of the Senate's actions.
Chuck Schumer right here is
Without
trying to
objection.
slam through a bunch of
Mr.
judicial
President,
nominees.
I ask unanimous consent that the Senate proceed to legislative session, be in a period of morning business, with senators permitted to speak therein for up to 10 minutes each.
Without objection.
So we'll see where
Mr.
they
President, I have 7 requests for committees to meet during today's session of the Senate. They have the approval of the majority and minority leaders.
Duly noted.
And finally, Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes its business today, it
It's
stand
such a
adjourned
sleaze
until
ball
10
to you.
a.m. on Thursday, June 20. That following the prayer and pledge, the journal of proceedings be approved to date, the morning hour be deemed expired, the time for the two leaders be reserved for their use later in the day, and morning business be closed. Following the conclusion of morning business, the Senate proceed to executive session
I gotta pin
to
that one too.
resume
ain't
consideration of the
ready.
Maldonado nomination.
Yeah.
Further, that the cloture motion with respect to the Maldonado nomination ripen at 1:45.
Gabriel, what's up
Yeah.
again, my brother?
Without objection.
If there's no further business to come before the Senate, I ask that it stand adjourned under the previous order.
All right. So they're done for the night then.
The Senate stands adjourned until 10 a.m. on Thursday.
All right, that's it.
All right. So the question is now, do you want to back it up and watch Chris Murphy's entire freaking speech?
No, I want to go get some fried chicken.
That is a way better choice.
That's I just got a text message saying, "Hey, we got fried chicken downstairs. Where the hell are you?"
Yeah, that is a way better choice. And
So-
I might crank up some stuff tomorrow. I got some time.
Yeah.
As long as
Yeah,
I get some other stuff done. and
If you
we'll
want
look
to do
back at it.
tomorrow, if you want to do a full end up, dissertation on his shit tomorrow, I'll jump in with you and we'll pick it apart.
Yeah,
But, you know,
we might
but
have to do that. It
I
depends on.
I did my part today. Okay.
Dude, you have done a warrior's job today. No lie.
Well, I have beef in this situation. So yeah, I'm not gonna let this go.
Well, apparently Chuck's got beef on his grill.
I don't know.
And I'm not talking
I
about the
I seen
propane
that
fire.
beef, but I ain't seen no fire.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the propane fired one because he's got beef on that grill.
We don't talk about that girl.
Well, it's like Fight Club. First
Whoa, whoa,
rule, Fight Club.
Hey. The second you're breaking the first and the second rule of Fight Club.
Well, I wasn't talking about Fight Club. I was talking about meat on Chuck Schumer's grill.
No. You broke the first and the second rule of Fight Club.
I didn't talk about Fight Club.
You were. You mentioned
No, I was
it.
talking about meat on Chuck Schumer's grill.
You're not
I
supposed
was
to
not
mention
talking
it.
about Fight Club.
You're not supposed to mention it. That's
I
against the
said-
first and the second rule.
I said the rules were similar, but I was not talking about Fight Club. I was talking about meat on Chuck Schumer's grill.
I'm gonna have to revoke your Fight Club card.
Go ahead, fucking. I've lost all I can take.
I'm kidding, obviously, but still, I just
Oh man, this is still, and I'll have to. I'll go back in and watch it. And like I said, tomorrow I'll probably do something on it. But this is one of the most ridiculous things that I've seen in a long time, where a unanimous consent request comes up, gets shot down as it should have been,
yeah.
and then you have a senator, after everything else, bring it back up again.
Coop busting a nut on a grill.
Hey, yeah.
Listen, guys, I know out there that some of you is like, I can give two flying flips about bump stocks. Honestly, I never had one. I never got to use one. I don't understand.
Well,
Well,
it's not about the
but
bump stock.
it's not really about the bump stocks. This is about the thing I harp on and I yell all the goddamn time, which is shall not be infringed. And trying to take away the bump stock again after we got it back from the Supreme Court is infringe. That's the definition of infringe. They're trying to take it away.
Yes.
Don't let them take anything more. They've taken enough. It's time for us to take stuff back.
They've taken everything incrementally, and it hasn't solved gun violence or mass murders or anything else.
Yeah.
And they continue to want more ground. And then there are people out there,
They're
and I was
trying
guilty
for
of it at one point
full
where it's
civilian
like,
disarmament. They don't
Yeah.
want us to even have muskets, let
I
alone
was-
AR-15s.
yeah, I was guilty at one point. I was like, I don't really care about that. I ain't got that until I figured out the game. And the
Actually,
game
Muffin
is,
Top, it's 3
it is-
videos today
yeah,
'cause
it is.
because I did a warning before I started streaming earlier and then they decided to double down just a few minutes ago, so I had to go live
Yes.
again. And
It's
know,
it's
the rest of it.
incremental. Or understand, these people don't care whether they disarm us today, tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now. It is all about the end goal. Republicans are so short-sighted, it's not even funny. Democrats, these leftists, are fighting a 100-year battle plan, and Republicans are focused on Tuesday.
right?
So they always get caught behind the lines and off balance because they're too stupid to realize what the hell's happening. This bill would effectively pretty much ban or make you register any semi-automatic.
Mm.
That was the point behind this.
Yep.
You know,
One
having-
car fast. I've got a bump stock. I've also got the same one that Rich 3D printed. I can't show it on YouTube, but if you go over to Rumble, I can shut down the YouTube
showed it
stream
earlier.
and I can show it again.
He showed me his bump stock.
Which is what we're doing right now. We're gonna cut the YouTube stream now, and we're gonna go over to Rumble for 5 or 10 more minutes to show some stuff off.
Let's show it. Hit it.
Because America, fuck yeah.
Because fuck YouTube. I mean, how about that? Maybe I shouldn't say that on somebody else.
No. I'm doing the whole America Team World Police thing.
Well, yeah. I'm just ill with YouTube right now, so
Yeah, you're just not a fan of YouTube, period.
I'm amazed my channel has lasted this long.
I'm amazed your channel's lasted at all. You know, I'm amazed my channel's lasted since I stopped doing hit or miss.
Eh,